we're recording. Well, we haven't been here for a couple of weeks, but now we're back. So, how did you get here, Rick?
TTC.
They love it when you say that word, TTC, the magic way. Yeah, like fuck. But anyway, it's cold out.
Yeah.
How cold is it?
I'm not sure what it is now, but when I went running this morning, it was minus 15.
Minus 15. Minus 15. Rick's running in minus 15. And I was home putting a log in the fireplace. No, I wasn't, but he's a lot braver than I am. So you got here at a regular time? It was cold.
It was.
Were
cold
your friends
this
cold
morning.
that were running
Yes,
with you?
everyone was cold.
Yeah, everyone was cold. Jesus, I'd be cold too. I'd be saying, hurry up. I gotta get home. But then a lot of brave people running with you, I could say that much. So you got here, we shot the breeze for a while, had a good conversation. We smoked some dope. We listened to an album. Bobby Gas. We listened to, what album did we listen to, Richard?
The Stones, Exile on Main Street.
Did we like that?
I love this album.
Now, there's been comparisons over the years, ever since a long time ago. The Beatles
Yeah,
and their White Album. Remember the Beatles and their White Album?
yeah.
Everybody loved that. Also, everybody loved this album too. So they both had, what is it called, double albums or
Yeah.
something like that.
They both released one double album.
Double, right? So this was theirs, or whatever you want to call it. The Beatles, the White Album. Now, even years ago, even I said to myself that there should have been only one album.
Yeah.
I mean, the White Album should have been only one album. I know there's lots of stuff on it that's interesting, but if you cut out all the hokey pokey, whatever that is, you'd end up with one really great album. I think it might be the same as this. You can cut this down a little bit, right, and you might end up with a really great album. But, on the other hand, if you're going double albums, I would take my choice to win the double album between the Beatles and the Stones. I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to take the Stones.
Yeah, me too.
The Stones are...
This is far superior to the White Album.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. There you go. There it is, Peter. People. Not Peter, I don't know where that came from. But anyway, this Rolling Stone album, Exile on Main Street, right?
Yeah.
What year?
72.
72. And the Beatles had the White Album in, what was it,
68.
68. Yeah, 68. Not that the years really got anything to it, just comparing double albums. I don't think the Beatles had another double album, did they? No. Did the Stones have another double album? No. So anyway, I did say to myself, even when I was younger, I was only 17 or 18, and back then they were talking about that same conversation. Not the one we're having now, just that the Beatles had a double album, and it should have been, could have been, should have been one album.
Yeah.
That's what they were talking about all those years ago. That didn't just start happening now. That conversation's been going on ever since this album appeared, right? So, but my vote for Rolling Stones or the Beatles for a double album, I'm gonna have to take the Rolling Stones. That's it. Yeah. So what do you think? What do you think about that one? Yeah. Drop a line. Anyway, we listened to this. We got stoned. We got high. We got whatever. Sang a few tunes. It was great. I totally enjoyed myself. Not like getting high and listening to the Stones or whatever. I always keep repeating myself. If you watch this channel enough time, I repeat myself. And I say, there's nothing wrong with listening to vinyl albums. Sitting here in the chair or whatever, you're listening to vinyl. But the next step is sitting here, listening to vinyl, Stones, albums, Beach Boys, whatever you want to call it. Stone on marijuana. That's the next step. You got to go there. Right, Rick?
Yeah.
What's it like being stoned on marijuana listening to the Beatles?
It's fun.
It's fun. And the Stones, yeah. We don't know what it's like listening to Bobby Sherman stoned on marijuana, or the Archies, or something like that. We don't know. We don't know what that's like. There's a lot of groups, yeah, we can listen to on stoned out of your head, and I think there's some other bands that just don't. That doesn't work, right?
No.
Is that what he's saying?
Yeah, it doesn't work.
It doesn't work. I don't think it works. But anyway, we continue to listen to all the great songs that are 40 years old, 35 years old, 50 years old, And we're gonna continue that this year, where it's, some albums are gonna have her, like, what, 45th birthday, 50th birthday, 40th birthday, whatever. So we're gonna come across some of those gems, and we're gonna play them here. Something to look forward to, like a 45-year-old album. That's when Rick starts getting old. Not me, him, me, this guy. Yeah. Say, Rick, how old's that album? That's 50 years old. I said, shit, man, that's old as you are. Anyway, we're gonna come upon those days this year, and we're gonna come across Virgin albums where he hasn't heard, or listening for the first time. Even myself sometimes, I haven't heard everything. It's impossible. So every once in a while, they're gonna hear an album that I never heard before, or an album that we both never heard before. So we're looking forward to that too. So things to look forward to. Rick, you got anything
Yeah.
to looking forward to this year?
Um,
Just to listen to something? So are you looking forward to listening to a so-called album or something?
no, I haven't
No?
got anything. Don't think there's anything coming out this year that I'm overly excited about. I haven't really checked.
Oh, check. We'll do that. We usually check on things, see what's coming up, birthdays and anniversaries, this
Oh,
and that or
actually, yeah,
whatever.
there is actually from here next week. There is an album that has its 50th anniversary
Oh, really?
next week. Yeah,
What's that one?
Blood on the Tracks.
Blood in the Tracks.
Dylan.
Dylan. Have I got that?
No, I have.
You have. Rick's got it. See, Rick's got it.
Yeah.
Well, you know what we're gonna be
Came out
gonna
in January
Well, we're going-
'75.
January 1975.
Yeah.
Oh, frig, that's 50 years. Yeah, 50 years ago. I was married then. I had kids. Yeah, I had to go to work. Couldn't stay up all night getting stoned then. I had what they call 1975. I had responsibilities. Yeah, I had Kelly. Yeah, I had Kelly. I had to work all the time. Didn't have time to be stoned and drunk. Oh, maybe drunk, but not both. But anyway, so we're going to be back next Saturday
Probably.
watching one or two movies, or you're doing something, or listening to an album, smoking some dope. Yeah, no time for Star Trek today. We'll have to get maybe back onto that. So today's a little different vibe. But anyway, we watched the movie. What movie did we watch, Rick?
We watched What's Love Got to Do with It?
What's Love Got to Do with It?
Angela Bassett and
Yes.
Lawrence Fishburne.
Yes. How old was that one? How long ago was that?
That was 28 years ago, I think. No, 32 years ago.
32 years ago.
Yeah.
And I think I'm watching. I'm going, man, is it that long ago?
Yeah, 32 years.
Like, you know, you're watching it, right? And you're going, some of the stuff you remember. I know we don't watch this movie every year. We don't. This is not something we watch every year. We never watch this
I
every
haven't
year.
seen it. I
You
haven't
haven't
seen it
seen it,
for
bro.
years.
Years, me too. We haven't seen this for years. But some parts I remember, and other parts
It's
I,
probably like 20 years since I saw it.
yeah, more than likely. I think we did watch it. Might have watched it over at Steve's.
Maybe.
You think so?
Maybe.
Well, yeah, we did watch it once before, but that was a long time ago. Now we watch it now, and but I remember some parts of it very vividly, and then other parts I don't remember. Right? But some of the stuff that she went through with her husband Ike and stuff like that, yeah. Even back in the days when this was going on, right? There was feedback through the what do you call it? Like what was going on TV
Yeah.
and news and different things through people's thoughts and stuff. That Ike and Tina Turner, yeah, they weren't exactly a happy couple. But yeah, I remember that even back then. But yeah, but they had they had their own hits. They did all right, except for Ike kind of spent money before he had it, which a lot of people did back then, especially getting up front of your future hits, which
Yeah.
you might never have another one. So you get fronted $300,000. You spend it on new cars, house or furniture or TVs, and you don't have the hits, and you got to pay the money back. So then you're bucks creek then. That happened a lot. Yeah, that wasn't only him. That happened a lot back then. So that was another story about that time period. And we watched Ike and Tina Turner, and I totally enjoyed that. I give that an 8. I'll give that definitely 8. A good
Yeah.
movie, right? That back then those things did happen. Those things really happened where there was nobody to help you. You know, when you wanted help, like certain things you wanted help back then, sometimes there was nowhere to go to. That was like back in the 60s too. now today's a totally different thing. When there's help now, you can get help all over the place. Now there's a lot of places that you just leave your husband, go for help. You just go walk into the building and you get a bed or whatever they call it, right? But back then, sometimes up to a certain age, there's nowhere to go. You either got beat up or yelled and screamed at by your husband, and stayed home, took all his shit, or you went out on your own and ended up at the park on a bench. That's it. There was no place to go. Yeah. So anyway, so I gave that an 8. What are you going to give it, Richard?
Give it an 8.
You're going to give it an 8? Rick's going to give it an 8 too. So I think we covered the Beatles, the Rolling Stones. We had a conversation about that. And the movie, of course. Yeah, we didn't watch Star Trek, but that's another thing. But yeah, are we going to be back next week?
I imagine so.
What do you got to do tomorrow?
I've got a gig tomorrow.
Yeah? Playing. Yeah, Rick's got a gig going tomorrow. So that's good. Oh, yeah. All right, so that's about it for us, right?
Yeah.
Can't think of anything else to say, right? So Rick's gonna be heading home. It's cold out, so he's gonna bundle up and get the old buses and get home. He always gives me a ding when he gets in the door, so I know he's there. I tell my brothers, anybody that visits me, whether they're from Oshawa or down the street, you gotta give me a ding and let me know you're home. So I think that's just being nosy that you're home. I care that you're home. I care my brothers are home. I care Rick's home. At least when I go to bed at night going, oh, Rick's home. I got a call from him. He's sitting in his front room or watching the news on TV or something. But anyway, enough rambling. I do that all the time. Sorry for keeping you so long. Rick's going home, and I'm already home. But we're going to continue seeing each other next Saturday. Same time, same bat channel, and same bullshit.
Yeah.
All right, people. Don't forget, love each other, pay it forward, buy someone a sandwich.